We're here with Tim Heldt. Tim's just recently done his presentation here with us at the Asset Management Symposium. And Tim, you're a consultant in industry at the moment around asset management.
Yep.
I really enjoyed your presentation and some insightful information there around the risk side of things in asset management. If you wanted the people here at the symposium to have a takeaway today, what would that one key point be?
Culture. The context in which all the people in asset management are working differs, so their challenges differ and so on. But if you've got the right culture, you'll rise to the challenge.
Yeah, nice. And so I see you're doing a bit of mingling there. There's a lot of people interested in talking to you because what you're talking about is resonating with industry. What's the feel you're getting from the attendees?
Again, without wishing to harp on a common theme, the importance of culture, the culture, leadership, and that reflects back on other work that's been done around asset management. It's the people side that the major challenges are. If you get the people stuff right, then the technical issues will work through, and I think that keeps coming up as a common theme amongst the delegates, and I think having permission to discuss that and explore how to do it better, I think is really important.
Yeah, and Tim, because you're, I would call you an asset management professional, and we've done some really good work with yourself in the NAMSQ advisory committee, and we really appreciate your time there. Can you see across the industry, is there really a key concern in industry at the moment?
Yes, I think there is. Most people in the space feel, I would say, overwhelmed.
Right.
So if they're passionate about this, it's like, oh, gee, there's so much to do, and I'm just one person. And I guess the reciprocal to that, and some of the presentations we've seen already today is, while that's true, but even the individual can make a difference with the right attitude and the right approach. You can make those little improvements that make things just a little bit better, and occasionally those will come together and combine, and you'll get a significant step change. So
it's really powerful, isn't it? Because our organisations are made up of individuals.
Yes.
And I think that's a real, from what I'm hearing today, and also in the committee work that you guys do, it does come down to the individual.
It does, and working together with people of like mind. Sometimes you can feel very isolated and that the burden's on your shoulders, but actually, you know what? There's a whole bunch of other people just like you, trying to do their best as well. And if you actually link up and share ideas, together you become much more powerful.
Yeah, and I know we haven't touched it in the conference yet, but we're going to be leaning towards tomorrow, particularly around the communities of practice.
Yes.
So can you see, I'm not saying the obvious here, but can you see some advantages to industry if we get those happening?
Absolutely. It's about building, again, linkages with people. Now, I'm sure there's people bits you've got to get right, and there's technology bits you've got to get right, and I don't pretend to have those answers, but I just have the view that if we get, even with the interactions you're seeing today, if you get the people bits right and the technology bits right, you can really leverage the capability you've got, even though it's a limited resource. Yeah,
and I was just thinking while I was listening to the presenters today, we've almost got a community here at the symposium, and hopefully it's something that we can work with through that committee.
I think so, and I think what's interesting about the people that are here, we've got people from large state organisations through to small regional councils, and yet there's very much common language, common theme, common issues, and I think that's also powerful and important as well. And in some cases, it's actually easy to make headway in those smaller organisations, and they can be an inspiration to some of the bigger organisations which have a different set of challenges.
Yeah. All right, thanks so much for your time, Tim, and for leading some of this program, and looking forward to working with you more in asset management, mate.
My pleasure, David. Much appreciated.
Thank you.